explicit hip-hop police during these times, they said. But there were remnants of COINTELPRO, the government program that sought to infiltrate and divide revolutionary movements, destroying them from the inside out. Government efforts like these were more public in the days of J. Edgar Hoover's plan to prevent the rise of the Black Messiah, but they are still alive and well today, working against revolutionary movements of all backgrounds. An activist honored as Atlanta, Georgia's distinctive men, Pachi tells how he went from an unknown executive developing other major talents to living authentically and escaping the inner trappings of the industry. Through stories, humor, and dozens of practical tips, he shows the hard truth about the current state of today's industry. I want all my subs out there to keep it locked and keep an eye out for Divine Intervention, the Pachi story. It's going to be available as an audiobook, a DVD, a paperback, and a download. For more information, go to publishing2go.com. That's publishing2go.com.
What up, y'all? This is the real Rick Ross. I'm giving a shout out to Jmix, Tupac Death Row Channel. Peace.
A Jmix exclusive.
I do gotta ask you about Left Eye.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that Pac and Left Eye hooked up?
I was friends with both, eventually found out family with Pac. But with Lisa, God bless her dad, she explained to me and my spiritual sister, I have a spiritual sister named Phobia, who was in a car wreck with Left Eye in Honduras. Her name is Phobia, dope DJ. Her DJ name is Cherry Bomb. I'm sorry I'm doing plugs, but she's done a lot with Missy Elliott, a lot with Trina. But anyway, Lisa explained to me the relationship with her and Pac was trying to tap, but then he was also trying to restrain. So he was like, he basically told her, whatever goes down, don't let me tap you. Don't let me fuck you, basically, because if I do, I'm probably not going to treat you the same. And I like our relationship. So she wanted to. She wanted it bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted thug passion. But Pac was like, I want to, but I don't want to, because then I know, I'm not going to be what you need. So he kind of turned it down from her perspective of it. You know what I mean? And I got that from her, perspective. But they never did. Of course, I would not know exactly, because I would have to be in the room. But from her story, he turned her down, basically.
Where did you ever get a chance to link up or talk to Pac after he had got out of prison on that trumped up charge?
No, we talked all prior before that, and the next time I was supposed to meet Pac was actually going to be in Las Vegas. Once it was decided that I didn't really fit the bad boy thing, I was headed towards Vegas, even though it was still on you got to remember I was on the East Coast, so it was still on the agenda of all the friends and family that was on that side. But I was invited to the site where he was shot at, and there was a phone call made that said it would be better for me not to come, because there was a situation going on where the feds and a lot of other, I don't know what you call them, FBI agents, I don't know, but there was a aura out of no weapons, that you couldn't really come through the airport with your pistol, or when you got down, you couldn't have your pistols and all this, it was very tight, strict security. So being that we couldn't maneuver as normal, we were told, well, I was told not to come. And that would have been the first time I would have seen him since he was banging hard in the East Coast. So by the time he got out here with Suge, who's my nigga, by the way, but by the time he got out here with Suge, I hadn't met him again since then. Most of my time with him was when he was doing shows on the East Coast.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that, well, you are saying and verifying that there was an issue with guns that night in Vegas just because of surveillance and possible entities being around?
Yeah, no question. When I listen to Frank, who I've talked to also, but God bless him before he passed away, when I listen to some of his stuff, I'm saying they put it out there as if that was like Frank or somebody in Suge's camp was the one to say no guns. It was like how they shut down Freaknik in Atlanta. It was, y'all better not bring no guns because we know what's going on. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a call just from the security that was dealing with Death Row at the time. They were getting that information from the federal government, you know what I mean, and the feds and all that, nothing better not pop off. So everybody was on high alert as far as the no gun, you know what I mean?
Well, I guess that leads to the next question. Who do you think killed Tupac?
Everybody already know. Trust me, if the killer of Tupac was still alive, I'd kill him myself. You know what I'm saying? I do it myself. But everybody know it was the guy Orlando. Yeah, and it's pretty much what Kathy said. It's a retaliation. People put the mythological factor in, but if anybody is a real, true fan of Pac, then they know that Pac was real, and you don't put mythological with realness. You know what I mean? That's not the way I was trained, you know what I mean, as a real G. And the realness is that, for every action there's a reaction. If you go and stomp someone out at a main event, and they're, capital G, and they're connected to capital G's, a retaliation thing is going to take place. You know what I mean? So it's just that simple. Now, I do want to say this. Some people will be like, the government had him killed. The Illuminati had him killed. You know what I mean? On that note, I want to say that when you look at it from a COINTEL perspective, from William Cooper perspective, from a silent weapons for a Cold War type perspective, where they can institute silent situations that cause you to react. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, that's true. I believe that myself, that, the way that certain things are structured inside of society is going to cause a domino effect for things to take place. Most of the cocaine comes in and is stepped on or whatever and put inside the black community at a cheaper rate. The reaction is going to be a lot of greed and murder. So it's the same thing. If you give one side a lot of money and you place them both in the same situation, there's ways to manipulate that to cause something retarded to happen. I do believe that there were government agents involved as far as government operatives that, like they did with the Black Panthers, that instigate and push people to kind of to the edge, to get things to happen. I do think that was the case, from a long angle. But at the end of the day, in a nutshell, it was, I believe that if they wouldn't have stomped the guy out at the Mike Tyson fight, in front of everybody, the night probably would have went different. But it was also part of his destiny as well. You know.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?